Everyone, praise the Lord. My name is Pearline, and I would like to share my experience when I was affected with COVID. This was last year, and it was right after my mother's passing away, and it was due to a massive cardiac arrest. So in her funeral, I think we contracted it. My husband got it first, and then my dad, and then me. We three were down with COVID. And since this was right after my mother's passing away, it was also a very difficult period of grief and mourning that we were all going through as a family. And that was when we all had to be isolated, and we were in different locations. My husband had to be in a different house, I was in a different house. My dad had to go to the hospital. He had to get admitted in the government hospital. And my sister and my son, they had to be in a different house. So we were all in 4 different locations. It was completely chaotic, and we were displaced. Particularly when we had just lost my mother, it was such a period of grief and despair. The pain was so real. We may think that it is like just the common flu, but no, COVID is so many times, almost 1,000 times aggressive than the common flu. The body aches, the loss of sense of smell and taste, it is still there for me. And the body becomes so weak. We are supposed to be eating well at that time, but we'll have zero appetite. But through it all, I can only say that God was faithful. It was a very trying period, and I could say that it was the most difficult phase of life me and my family had endured so far. We faced so many crises, but nothing like this. And we are grateful that God sent us people to give us things, to bring us food, to send clothes to my father, to send some basic essentials to my dad when he was in the hospital. He was in the hospital for 10 days. Early he was in Rajiv Gandhi hospital, and then he was shifted to another hospital, Ananaka hospital. So it was a very difficult period because we all were displaced at different locations. But God was faithful, because without God's grace and favor and mercy, I don't know where we would all be right now. I would like to share this as an encouragement to people who maybe could be affected by COVID right now, or people who have recovered. God is the strength and the portion of our heart. So be encouraged in the Lord, because He is the only one who can save. When people are dying in masses, who are dropping dead every minute in this country right now, God has kept us safe. But we also I also remember those families, people who have lost their breadwinners, children who have lost their parents, young children who have lost their parents, parents who have lost their children, people who have lost their loved ones. These will all just be statistics in governmental data. But only to those who have lost, it is unbearable, and it cannot be replaced by anybody or anything else. But God is real. God is the only one who can protect us. And I want to thank God as I witness to you all. May His name alone be glorified. Thank you.